Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a full face of makeup with everything under $10. So everything that I use today is going to be from the brand Wet n Wild. The only thing that I didn't have was something for my eyebrows, so for that I used the Anastasia Dip Brow. But other than that, everything is going to be Wet n Wild. So to begin, I'm going to be priming my eyelids with the Photo Focus Concealer. So for my eyes, I'm going to be using this really pretty eyeshadow palette right here. It is named Rosé in the Air and it has 10 really pretty eyeshadows. So to start the eyeshadow look off, I'm going to be taking this white shade right here and just applying it all over my lid. So after taking that white shade and applying it all over my lid, I'm now going to be going in with this transition shade right here and just applying that into my crease. So to apply that transition shade, I'm just going to be taking this big fluffy brush. So after applying that transition shade into my crease, I'm going to be taking this really deep orange shade right here and just applying it right under. So to apply that shade, I'm going to be taking this brush from Morphe. Okay, so after applying that shade right under where I put my transition shade, I'm just going to go back in with my transition shade and blend the two out. So after blending the two together, I'm going to be going in with this really deep shade right here and just applying that into my outer V. So to apply that shade into my outer V, I'm going to be taking the exact same brush that I used to apply my second shade, it's just smaller. Okay, so moving on, I'm going to be taking this really pretty champagne color right here, and I'm just going to be applying that all over my lid. Okay, so before I apply that to my lid, I just wanted to show y'all what it looked like on my finger, and I think it's really pretty. So to apply that shade to my lid, I'm just going to be taking this flat brush from Morphe. Okay, so now that my eyeshadow is done, it is time for me to move on to mascara. So for my mascara, I have this Wet n Wild Max Fanatic Cat Eye Mascara, and it looks like this. And it looks like it's going to be really good, so let's just see. Okay, so that is it for the eye look, so now let's move on to our face. So to kick off the face makeup, I have this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Matte Primer, and I'm just going to be using this all over my face. Okay, so after applying the primer, I'm now going to be going in with the foundation, and I am using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. So I have heard a lot of great things about this foundation, but I've also heard a lot of bad things, so let's just see how we like it. So for my foundation, I'm just going to be applying it with this sponge from Morphe. So now that I'm done with my foundation, it is now time for concealer. So for my concealer, I'm going to be using this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. And to apply that, I'm just going to be using the same sponge I used for my foundation. So now that I'm done applying my foundation and concealer, it is now time to set my face. So to set all of that, I'm going to be taking the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Setting Powder. So after setting my face, it is now time for me to bronze it up. So to bronze my face up, I am just using my favorite bronzer ever. It is the Wet n Wild Contour Palette. So it has a lighter shade and then your darker shade, of course. And I love this. I use it every day. So after bronzing my face up, I am now going to be going in with my highlight. So to highlight my face, I'm going to be going in with this Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighter in the shade Crown of My Canopy. So now that my face makeup is all done, it is now time for lipstick. So one of my favorite lipsticks ever is actually this one by Wet n Wild. It is the shade Gimme Mocha, and it's so pretty. I literally wear it all the time. Okay, so now that all my face and eye makeup is done, the only thing that I have left is to set my face. So to set my face, I'm going to be using this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Matte Finish Setting Spray. Okay, so now that I'm done with all my makeup, I am now going to be telling y'all how I like the products. Okay, so starting with the eyes, I think all of the eyeshadow was really amazing. It was all really pigmented and they all blended super well, so I really like that. There's not one bad thing that I have to say about it. So now for the face. So for the face, from the primer to the setting spray, it was all really amazing. The foundation blended super amazingly, and the concealer, it reminded me a lot of the Tarte Shape Tape, which is more of a high-end concealer, but it was just that good, and the coverage was really amazing, and it also blended really amazing as well. The face powder, I loved it. It really did make my face look super matte, which I loved. And then, of course, the bronzer I love. I use it every day. It always blends super well, and it just looks super nice on my skin. As far as the highlighter goes, it didn't really appear that much, so it wasn't really that pigmented, but it definitely, I mean, it doesn't look bad, but it's just not, it doesn't pop as some of my other highlighters do, but that's okay. And then, of course, the setting spray. The only bad thing I have to say about it is the smell. It smelled really, really bad, but it did its job. So, yeah. And then, of course, the lipstick. I love the lipstick. It is one of my favorite lipsticks. I use it all the time, and I just think it's really amazing. And, yeah. So that is it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Also, if you have any constructive criticism, please feel free to leave that in the comments, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in my next video.